Forgetfulness is precious free tutorial. Good day and welcome. Well, for a change of menu, we shall switch to the tutorials and we're going to the tabloid of still on live love and life. We're going to the tabloid of Monday, August 11 to August 17, 2003. Well, as usual, the cover page and cover stories, cover headlines, the cover page and the cover headlines. Unbelievable. Mass naked wedding. You've seen the picture. Unbelievable. Mass naked wedding. Then we go to the first page. And as I don't need to show it because it's stories from the series. Daddy examines the maid's breast. Evelyn gives Santana 2 days to report. Funny. Woman turns into man to fight rival in the bush. Well, don't joke with some people's husbands. Hmm? Then girl 14 raped by plumber. No story. The journey to Charles Taylor's land. So now we go to page 4. Page 4. Okay, usually there are questions posed by, let me say, teenagers, young ones. Are injectable contraceptives safe? Are injectable contraceptives safe? What is the brownish discharge? That's of a naive girl. She's now very arrogant. I got scared when he had an erection. Oh my God. Well, I didn't know that she was beautiful. Anyway, it's part of it. I got scared. It's not scared here anyway, it's scared. I got scared when he had an erection. It's not late. You can run out, hmm? Or you can shout, "Hey, woman." Nigerians would say, "You." I cannot say no. Hmm? My nipples went hard when my boy touched them. Oh my God. Then strange but true. Page 5. Mokoto goes to church. Verdict delivered. Quotation from the publisher. Let me read it straight. The river does not walk through the forest without moving down trees. I repeat it. Quotation from the publisher. The river does not walk through the forest without moving down trees. Now we have a column for jokes. It doesn't come always, but we shall do as we shall do well to go to them jokes. But this section doesn't come always. Uh, and as usual, the middle pages, which is foreign news, foreign to Ghana. So those people abroad may know some of these personalities. This is a naked wedding. Now we go to the next page. That's page 8. Invitation, economics, we leave it. Multiple O's. Why one orgasm is never enough. Oh my God. Well, I suppose this may be good for married women. Hmm? Even though the scriptures do not endorse it. Hmm? my wife's best friend, another story from a series, marital experience. Then Alaji Kunkode. Alaji Kunkode is the one under. Hmm? Then, finally, who says man no day in the judiciary? A true Daniel has come for judgment. A true Daniel has come for judgment. Then, the journey to Chelsea. Okay, that one is also a series of stories. So let's take off. Daddy examines the maid's dress. No, no, no. 122. Okay. Let's take off. Let's see. We might not finish the story. We just want to get uh, the better part of it. Mm. Woman turns into man to fight rival in the bush. Wonder, the sages say, shall never cease to end, so long as life continues in the human society. Osinase, near Achim Oda in the Brim district, is now the toast and gossip of inhabitants of the area. Paragraph. According to according to an unimpeachable according to an unimpeachable family source, Mr. Kofi Appiah, a native of Osinase, and his two wives, namely Madams Ama Asabia and Ajua Donko, are in the center of the raging hot gossip, which is fast spreading beyond the borders of the town. The source said that Mr. Appiah and the two rival wives lived together in the same house. The unfortunate, the unfortunately, maybe let's see, the unfortunately, let me say, unfortunately, Madam Asabia, the senior wife, is childless, whereas the junior wife, Donko, had no issues with Mr. Appiah. Hey, so Appiah is just one wife is childless, the other one has no issue with you. So you have to live with them like mother and sister or so, I don't know, or just for sex. Uh-huh. Unfortunately, Madam Zasabia, the senior wife, where um, is childless, whereas the junior wife, Donko, had two issues with. Oh, sorry, it's not two issues. It's no issue. It's two issues. I'm sorry. Let me read it well, please. Discard the former reason, please. The, the unfortunately, Madam Asabia, the senior wife, is childless, whereas the junior wife, Donko, had two issues with Mr. Apia. This development in the polygamous marriage seems to have drawn the husband to the junior wife more than the senior. Incidentally, of course, because of the children. Incidentally, unknown to Mr. Apia, Sabia had borne some hatred, not nurtured for her rival Donko, nurtured for her rival Donko. Maybe he wants to say nurtured. If I'm mistaken, maybe listeners, you know what to do there. If it's nurtured or nurtured, or if it's nurtured or nurtured. Hmm? Nurtured for okay, let me read it. Nurtured for her rival Donko. On the 14th of June 2003, being Saturday, the two rivals and their husband appear allegedly went to his farm. While there, Appiah moved uphill with the junior wife cuddling her 6-month-old baby. Of course, the baby will attract the junior wife to him, cuddling her 6-month-old baby, leaving Madame Asabia in the valley where she had chose to work. Where she had chosen to work. Let me correct it. Okay, okay. Mr. Pia, the source said, moved away from the site where the junior wife was working. Within minutes, full stop, within minutes, the elder wife from nowhere sprang on the rival in male form. Sorry, sprang on the rival in male form. Sprang on the rival in male form. Uh, held the neck of Donko, ready to strangle her to death. In the issue melee, Donko shouted desperately for a savior as she struggled violently to extricate herself from the then unknown male assailant. She didn't even recognize it was the she didn't even know it was the rival, okay, who had attacked her unknowingly. The source said Mr. Appiah hurried to the scene and pushed violently away from the unknown male and pushed I think pushed her. Okay, let me read what I see. And pushed violently away from the unknown male attacker, who then sat on his junior wife and was on the verge of strangling her. When the unknown man loosened his grip on the poor Madame Donko, oh, what is this? Okay, when the when the unknown man loosened his grip upon the poor Madame Donko, she allegedly turned into a female Madame Ama Sabia, the senior wife and rival of Madame Donko. Heaven broke loose then as fear and anxiety grabbed Mr. Appiah and his junior wife, Madame Asabia, who said who was said to have profusely rented vertebrations on her on Mr. Appiah and threatened that she wanted to finish the rival for the husband to pick the corpse for burial. Before Mr. Appiah and Donko could reach the police station to make a case, the rival as Appiah had gone to complain first. We were told we were told the police gave forms for the combatants to seek medical attention, but the sources said Mr. Appiah had vowed to divorce the senior wife for the strange behavior and violent attack on her rival, which has become the talk of town and a bigger gossip. Stay, stay tuned stay tuned for more. It should be stay tuned for more. Well, my English may be bad, but I can recognize minor errors. Girl 14 raped by plumber. No news. No news. Okay, complaints from the younger ones. I've read them already. Now, strange but true. Hmm? Rarest primate. Rarest primate. The primate that is most rare. The rarest living primate is the broad-nosed gentle lemur of Madagascar, which reportedly became extinct in the early 1970s. In 1986, a group consisting of 35 animals was discovered in a remote rainforest in the southern part of the island by an expedition from Duke University, Durham, NC. Okay, I think I finished with that. Longest lived bat, BAT. The, the greatest age reliably reported for a bat is 31 years, 5 months for an Indian flying fox, which died at London Zoo on January 11, 1979. Largest rodent. The largest rodent is the capybara, also called the capincho or waterlog, found in tropical South America. Mature specimens have a head and body have a head and body length of 3 1/4 to 4.5 feet and weigh up to 250 pounds. George 250 pounds George fat specimen. Well, I can't read the other word. The other word is the word following 250 pounds is capital C, small c, OGE, then fat specimen. Then oldest deer. The greatest reliable age recorded for a deer is 26 years and 8 months for a red deer, which died milk in the Milwaukee Zoo, Quiz on June 28, 1954. Longest tasks. The longest recorded elephant task, uh, excluding, prehistor- excluding prehistoric example, are a pair Zaire preserved in the National Collection of Heads and Horns kept by the New York Zoological Society, Bronx Park. The right task measure, the right task measure two, 2 feet, 2 feet 5.5 along the outside curve, and the 2 feet 5.5 along the outside curve, and left measure 11 feet 6 meters has been reported, but details are lacking. Ivory rose in market price from $230 from $2.30 to $34 per pound, 19, 1970 to 1980. Well, I haven't been able to make full sense of it because the other two here is numbered like Roman, like Roman numeral. Bonsberg. Let me start from Bonsberg. Bonsberg. Full stop. The right task, the right side of the task, that's the right task measures two I, like two eyes, feet, 5.5 long, no inches, nothing, 5.5 long, or 5.5 along the outside curve, and the right and the left measure. This time it is 1 1. So maybe the first I may be 1 1. Maybe the first I. So this time the left measure 1 feet 3 meters. Oh, what does this mean? Okay, 1 feet, then 6 m. I don't know whether it's m or inches. 1 feet 6 m has been reported. Maybe 11 feet 6 inches. But it's reported feet m. So maybe I'll leave this to the discretion of viewers. Uh, has been reported, but details are lacking. Every rose, sorry, Ivory rose is markup price from $2.30 to $34 per pound, 1970 to 80. Oldest dogs. Oldest dogs. Most dogs live between 8 and 15 years, and authentic records have dogs living over 20 years are rare. The greatest age recorded for a dog is 20 years, 5 months for an Australian cattle dog named Blue, owned by Liz Hall of Rochester, VIC, Australia, full stop. The dog was abstained as a puppy in 1913 and worked among cattle and sheep for nearly 20 years. He was put to sheep November 14, 1939. I can't make full meaning of this. I don't know whether the dog was abstained. I think it's obtained. I think they want to write obtained. Let me correct. Let me put obtained there and let's see if it makes sense. The dog was obtained as a puppy. I think it's right. The dog was obtained as a puppy in 1910 and worked among cattle and sheep for nearly 20 years. He was put to sleep. He said he's put to sheep. So let's put sleep there. He was put to sleep November 14, 1939. If I missed this taking place, viewers correct me. Then Richard's cat. Hmm? When Mrs. Grace Alma Patterson of Joplin, MO, died in January 1978. She left her entire estate worth $250,000 to her 18-pound white alley cat, Charlie. Oh, Charlie Chan. The cat was called Charlie Chan. I love the name, Charlie Chan. Mm. When the cat dies, the estate, which included a three-bedroom house, a 7-acre pet cemetery, and a collection of valuable antiques, will be auctioned off and the proceeds donated to human societies. Well, human beings, I don't know. Maybe she's been disappointed by the society and she's chosen to give it to the animal. It's happened. People in society are bad. Otherwise, why should she not give it to humans straight? Okay, oldest bird, George, in apostrophe George, uh, a domestic gander, a, a domestic gander, gander spells Gander, lived for 49 years, 8 months, through the average longevity. Sorry, though the average longevity for a goose is 25 years. Then annual, and spelled Honer, yield, Yield, annual. The greatest amount of wild honey, even extracted, it should be ever extracted. Mm. So I think it should be ever extracted from a single line is 549 pounds, recorded by A.D. Wilkett of Cairns, Australia, in the 11-month February and the 11-month February to December, or maybe in 11 months, February to December 1983. Full stop. John Arcliffe of Minneapolis, sorry, George Arcliffe in Minneapolis reported a gain of 597 pounds for a life in the calendar year 1983. Pardon me if I've not read it well, but viewers, maybe you can make your own discussion. Most expensive shell. The value of a seashell does not necessarily depend on its rarity or its prevalence. The most, the most sought after. Oh, so this cannot be printed error. And I think it's Dhey. Let me remove the Y and read it. Let's see how the reading goes. The most the most sought after shell at the moment is probably Consul Liberty, sorry, B, from New Caledonia in the Pacific, which could fetch $10,000 on the open market. Then earliest reptile, next story. A 15-inch long insectivore. Mhm. A 15 feet long insectivore from south central Kentucky, discovered in 1972, was confirmed on October 22, 1984, as dating from 610 million years ago. 610 million years ago. Some small boy will say, eh. Okay. Uh, the next page is from the series Mikoto Goes to Church, Forbidden Love by Johnson. Okay, let's go to joke. First joke. Uh, Lubbock, Texas, or Lubbock, Texas. Is it Lubbock or Lubbock? I don't know, Texas. Sorry. A biology professor at Texas. No, the title is Biology or Bust. A biology professor at Texas Tech told his students that anyone who wanted his recommendation for postgraduate studies in medicine or biomedical sciences had to affirm his or hers of her have confirm his or her. Full stop. I don't know. Okay, let me start the next sentence. Maybe you can join them together if need be. Then next sentence. Support, starting with capital S. Support for the theory of evolution. So I think the first full stop shouldn't have been there. Mhm. So let me try to read it again. Uh, or biomedical sciences had to confirm his or her support for the theory of evolution. Yes, sensible now. How can someone who does not how can someone who does not accept the most important theory in biology expect to practice in a field that is so heavily based on biology? A question. So I think this is what is given to them. Support for the theory. Yes, this part is the professor gives to them. How can someone who does not accept the most important theory in biology accept the practice in a field that is so heavily based on biology? The professor asked, yes, the professor asked, a, a primed student, I think a pre-med student who said affirming evolution would be denying my faith as a Christian filed a complaint with the federal government. The Justice's Department says it will investigate whether the professor's policy discriminated on the basis of on the basis of region, and region is spelled Region. Maybe it should be on the basis of religion and not region. Oh God. Then bad vibe. Philadelphia stroke. Philadelphia scientists have documented an unusual case of HIV transmission between two women. According to a report in the journal Clinical Infectious Diseases, a college student appears to have acquired the virus by sharing a vibrator so vigorously that it's become tinged with blood. The excitement was excessive. Maybe, hmm? Mm, pardon me. Maybe the excitement was excessive, and so the document was tinged with blood. Okay, lab lessons. Naples, Florida. In an attempt to educate his students about safe sex, a high school teacher dimmed the classroom light, dimmed the classroom, oh, turned on some music, and slipped a latest condom over a banana. He said he wanted to recreate a situation that students might find themselves in. We promote total abstinence, but some students might be seduced, he explained. He explained shortly dismissed by the school before he was dismissed by the school board. The superintendent said, "It's those kinds of demonstrations that we don't want in our schools. We don't want in our schools. And our is here spelled in out school that we don't want in out. So I have to correct it to in our schools." Okay, center pages. I've shown them to you. We shall not deal with them again. Let's go to organism. Yeah, center pages. There I read the center page. Mass naked wedding. Mhm. Mass naked wedding. A mass naked wedding. The bride wore nothing. The bride wore nothing. The bride wore nothing. Welcome to the world's largest nude wedding. Mhm. Then, paragraph. Besides saving a bundle of tuxedo rental, a bundle on tuxedo rental, why would anyone want to get hitched in the bath? Question. To flesh out the answer, we accepted an invitation from 29 couples who shared who shared tradition, comma, and their clothes for the world's largest nude wedding. Can you believe this happened in earlier before 2000? Hmm. The ceremony took the place at where else? It's a question. The ceremony took place at where else? Now the next sentence. Hedonism the third. Hedonism three. Hedonism three in Jamaica, and even included clothing free, and even included clothing dash free bachelor and bachelorette parties. Okay, we spoke. Sorry if it's not making a meaning, but I'm reading what I see. Mhm. We spoke to newlyweds, Ben Bernard Hudson, and his bride, Candice, and his bride, Candice, who persuaded him to carry her back naked, across the threshold. Full stop. Now that gives new meaning to the word honeymoon. Question: was the minister nude too? Answer: no, but he and his wife are nudists. They are from Florida, where he's part of the uni- uni- Universal Life Church. He's been arrested for being nude. What about all the others? He's been arrested for being nude. Uh, Question: what's the best part of participating in a nude wedding? What's the best part? Answer: there's not there's not much there's not much to think about besides the evil and the bow tie. Hmm. Question: surely there are grooming issues to consider. Answer: answer: for brides, full public hair is not kosher. Kosher is spelled Kosher. For brides, full bl- bl- full public hair is not kosher. It's not kosher. It's trendy to be neat down there. Hmm. It's happening. Hmm. Okay, it's happening now with men. It's happening now with men too. I've seen a guy with his public hair shaped into a hat. Oh, people can play with their bodies. Hmm. Or let's say God's bodies. Hmm. Okay, question: do you eat in the nude? Answer: why not? There's a grill on the nude side of the resort. We also play volleyball nude, and I'm a fan of nude oil wrestling with with other women, with other women. Okay, here is woman. Question: what if a guy gets a surprise erection? Well, he has answered questions most of us would be would have liked to answer. Would have liked an answer to. Hmm? Let me repeat it. What if a guy gets a surprise erection? Answer: no one pays attention. I didn't. Answer. Let me find the place. Answer: no one pays attention. Question: when did you first take off all of your clothes in public? Answer: a year ago. Nudists share a bond. We are more free. Question: I started at a I started at the but at the baccalaureate as started as I think it wants to say as a baccalaureate. Okay, I'll read it as I see, so viewers can do the corrections themselves. I started at the baccalaureate party at a club in Cincinnati. Full stop. We were so hot from dancing that we took off our clothes. We figured they couldn't arrest all of us, and they didn't. Mhm. Well, the police were overwhelmed. Answer: how do you stay warm during the winter? Mhm. Oh, should it be an answer or question? But here it is said to be an answer. How do you stay warm during the winter? Then question comes again. Fired and hot tubes. Answer: is there any, or they have to reverse everything. Answer, they will say question. Question, they will say answer. So let me read it as I see. Answer, supposed to be question anyway. Is there jealousy within the nudist community? You get one, just move on. I think that's the answer. You get one, just move on. They've mixed everything up. They've meddled things up. Okay. Question: does being a nudist enhance your sex life? Answer: yes. The atmosphere is so relaxed that you're automatically turned on. Okay, he has already said that when you like nobody cares, that you're automatically turned on. The entertainment at Hedonism 3 is all about sex. Last night there was an orgasm contest. Question: not with us. Not with us because if one wants to leave, there is the door. If one wants to leave, there is the door. My friend's husband said before we came here, I would take off my clothes if I were in shape, but I want, but I won't want to look better than everybody else. I am like, I am like, who cares? Answer: no nudist is trying to be the center of attention. It's just a big party. Then remarks, under remarks, uh, since overheard at a nude wedding, paragraph, and inverted commas. If anyone here objects to this union, please speak now or forever hold your peace. Second paragraph in inverted commas. Has anyone seen the breast man? A tip I would tip but bartender, but I can't find any wallet. The next paragraph. All the paragraphs are starting with inverted commas. For better or worse, for richer or poorer, in townness and in solitude. No doubt about it. He is his father's son. Next paragraph. Please raise your asses. I mean your glasses. Next paragraph. Next paragraph. Whoever had whoever had personalized turn backs as a party favor. Next paragraph. With this cock ring, I D word. Next paragraph. I I now pronounce you. Okay. I now pronounce you P and wife. Huh? Let me spell the words rather than calling them. I now pronounce you P and wife. Penis and wife. Sorry. Hmm? I want. I think listeners should have the full meaning of what is there in there. Uh, oh, the next paragraph. Oh, that really hurts. For more not then inverted commas close. For more naughty nuptials. For more naughty nuptials. Don't forget to watch Sagittarius coverage of the world's largest nude wedding on Playboy TV. To find out when sex status airs, click on playboy.com. Well, We haven't done Alaji Konkode yet. This news story has taken the place of Alaji Konkode. I think I'll do that one alone in the next video that I'm going to the tablets. Mm. Uh, I love the stories in the Quran, those concerning Jesus and the mother, Jesus Christ, alayhi salam, or Jesus and the mother, alayhi salam, peace of God be on them. I love it. So, but time is against us, so we'll defer that to another video later in the day. Uh, so, pardon me for some of the things I read. Uh, these are things that normally people who want to be nearer God shouldn't go into. But sometimes they teach us lessons. We learn from them. Mm. So may God forgive me. May God forgive you. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Ila likai.